Hi there, Marge here from A Rose Grows in Harlem. It is April 21st, 2025, and I am getting ready to transplant some blueberries. I have a new rule this year. I am not allowed to buy orphan plants, new plants, or any other kind of plants unless I'm going to transplant them within 36 hours. I'll give myself at least 3 days. This weekend, I went to one of my favorite nurseries, My Secret Garden, and they had these beautiful blueberry plants for $15. They were really small, but that to me is almost like getting a bare root plant. And I was like, sure, I can have blueberries in the backyard and now on the side yard. I also have a saved blueberry plant that I thought had perished, but it sent out some new shoots, so I'm going to transplant that from its original store container into one of my resin barrels. These containers sat for an entire season next to the fence, and I was worried maybe some black widows or brown recluses might have gotten in there. I was going to show, oh, the wind is trying to get it away. I was going to show the process of me unveiling whatever was under there, but I figured, you know what, that's really dangerous. I didn't want to have to worry about the camera angle and everything, so I just did that, made sure it was okay, and I brought them over here. It is covered with spider webs, so I'm going to rinse them down with a hose so I can do it at a distance so that I don't kill anything. And then I have my topsoil that I got from the town, and I've got some vermiculite, I've got some perlite, and I have some granules for nutrients. And I think I have some, I don't know if I have any earthworm castings anymore, but I'm basically just gonna, mix up the topsoil and give it some nutrients, and then we'll go ahead and transplant the blueberries. So let's wash off these containers first. I got these from the big box store. I think they were on sale for like 11 bucks each, so I got 6 of them. Perfect. All right. So now, oof, now I have to go get the what you call it, the drill bit, because what I want to do is give a little bit of space for water. So I will probably do holes here. I'll do 4 holes on each side, and this way there'll be a little of reservoir. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my drill, and I'm gonna go in with, what is this? Because it's a 5/16. Yeah, 5/16. I'm gonna do 4 holes around the sides to give it a little bit of a reservoir at the bottom so that it doesn't dry out too fast. I'll use this as my marker right here. This is a high point. I will put it right in there. Excuse me, ant. Okay. Do the same thing on the other side. plastic here. Definitely approximating. Okay. Here. On the other side. Okay, that should be enough. All right, I'll do that. I'll do that with the other 4, and then we'll start filling them with dirt. All right, now I have all 4 containers washed out, and I have holes, 4 holes on either side, and we are going to fill it up with things that can be around the garden. I have some old planters that don't have anything growing in them anymore, so I will use that to help bulk up some of the soil. I also have my topsoil, and then I will mix it with some organic fertilizer. I have this Plantonics Natural Growing Solutions. It's 002 Premium Kelp Meal, basically potash. And I have this Job's Organics Vegetable and Tomato Granular Plant Food. And I will be reading how much to put in each one of these containers. I also have, and I get this whenever it's on sale because it's normally at like the nursery or sometimes even have at the supermarket, Dr. Earth Homegrown Tomato, Vegetable, and Herb Fertilizer. And I also, I have this, but I'm a little worried because I don't want to call the critters. This is 511 Fish Fertilizer. I may open it and see what it smells like, because if it smells really bad, I don't want to attract more rodents and more raccoons and other cats and things like that. So we'll see. Okay. All right. These containers over here, I set up to try to grow onions, but nothing came out of that. So into this it goes. And looks like we've got some excellent, if you ever want to know about the mycelial network, this is fungus. And you see there's a worm in there. He's been doing his job. Put it on camera. I'll make sure that he gets in there, but see all this little white stuff? That's mycelial fungus that's being created. It's pretty cool on the roots. It's going to be really good for continuing whatever job this little wormy's doing. Make sure he gets in there. Got some really great stuff. That did not really drain well. There was only one drain hole, so rife with fungi. This, I think, might have also been some onions or something, but now it's just grass and weeds. So I'm gonna take this and turn it upside down. Ooh, there are no spiders there. There's definitely something growing in there. I think that was this. That is also filled with the good fungus. That's what we want. That's what everybody should want. Now, let me break this up a little bit because it has definitely taken the shape of the container, but that's really good. Okay. They tell you not to put the roots of like weeds and stuff in there, but I think let's not take a chance for right now. I want to give these blueberries their best chance. And I'm sure the roots will compost in place. But things like grasses, that's got a really healthy root system. I don't want that in my blueberries. Leaves are good. All of the types of stuff is good. Okay, let's go get one of the blueberries. This one is Tiff Blue Rabbit Eye Blueberry. I think these are all Rabbit Eye blueberries. Pretty healthy. It's flowering. It's already got some blueberries on there. But these were $15, $14.99. So how far do we need to fill it? Okay. We need at least another. Okay. That's fine. Not a problem at all. Let's take some of these. This was zinnias from the big box store. I don't see anything coming back up, so right into the container it goes. Another one over here. This was a mix of zinnias as well, also nothing. So we will put it in there, break it up a little bit. Stay there, blueberry. Okay, so now that's about halfway full. So now let me add some nutrients. Okay, let's see. The stuff that I normally use every year is Dr. Earth's. This stuff I think I got on sale. This says for soil preparation, seeds and new plantings, and established plants and shrubs. So this is not established yet. This is new plantings. 1.5 tablespoons per 4-inch pot, or 1.5 cups per 16-inch pot. So my arm from here to here is about a foot, is about 12 inches. So I would say that's probably more than 16 inches. So I am going to put, let's see, if I use this one first. Do I have a cup measure? Shoot, let me go get a cup measure and some other things. All right, so I got a 1/4 of a cup measuring spoon cup, and I got my tape so I can see exactly how big this is. This is 20 inches across, so that's pretty big. So 1.5 cups is more than enough, or as probably less, but it's fine. Let me see if I can get an amount here. This is also considered a 20-gallon tub, so that's good. About 20 gallons. So that's good to know. 20 inches and 20 gallons. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let me see what Dr. Earth says. Dr. Earth says let's see. This also has the mycorrhizae. It has bacillus. Oh, I'm not even going to pretend to say these things. It's got a lot of cool bacteria derived from fish bone meal, feather meal, alfalfa meal, potassium sulfate, fish meal, kelp meal, rock phosphate, and kelp flour. So this may be a little redundant if I use this. No, sorry, the other way around. This will be redundant because this has it in there. Now, let's see. It doesn't recommend for berries. It says fertilizer tea. No, I want just regular. Okay, establishing new plantings. During garden preparation, mix in 1 1/3 cups per 10 square feet of growing area. Oh boy. Okay. For containers, use 1/2 cup per 1/2 cubic foot, which is approximately 5 gallons of potting soil. So if this is 20 gallons, then we're going to do a cup because it's a fourth of a cup per 5 gallons. So if 5 times 4 is 20, then we will go ahead and do 1 cup, which is 4 times 5, okay? Which is fine because that actually matches what is in here. So I will use this until I run out, and then I'll use the other one. It doesn't recommend it for berries. We'll see what happens. I'm sure there's a berry mix. I don't even know if there's a cup in here. Guess we'll find out. It's a fourth of a cup. Half of a cup. Three-quarters of a cup. I'm just gonna, there was about a cup left. So I will put that in that layer, and we're done with that. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to go get some more. All right, now let me put another one of these containers here. I think this was citronella. This looks like citronella. There's no label, but I'm going to assume. Take out this weed. And just upend it. It also has some nice mycorrhizae in it. Where is my... There it is. Always remember where your tools are. Okay, we'll cover that up. Mix it a bit. Actually, I have an attachment, thanks to the recommendation of Miss Gail from Georgia Peach Nut. She uses a paint stirrer, and I think they sell them now as garden tillers for a little attachment here. So I will use that. Went the wrong way. Here we go. Okay. Oops, still. Make sure that's locked. Okay. Put this behind so that it doesn't mess with my microphone. Sometimes having pigtails is not the best. All right. Normally I would leave these in here, but if I'm going to be messing with this tool, I don't want it to get stuck. the lizards are out. I can hear them. Are you out there, Charles? Call one Charles and one Steven. All right, let's see if this works. Nice. Wow, that was pretty cool. Let me lock this before I hurt myself. All right, that was awesome. This soil is super loamy. Oh, it's heavy too. But it is loamy and wonderful. And now it's mixed with the mycorrhizae, the fertilizer, and now we're gonna get some topsoil. Actually, should I use this first? I'm gonna use this one for my my orphan plant because it needs as much help as it can get. Okay. All right. So this means the nutrient dense soil is at the bottom, and I'm going to put the topsoil literally on top so that this way the roots will go down towards the bottom, and then we won't have to worry about it trying to get to the other place. All right, so this is the stuff I got from my mulch place from my city, and there's some heavy sticks in there, probably from either construction or who knows, but the soil smells fantastic. Okay, cool. So with 3 to 4 of those containers, this about fills it, which is really nice. That's really cool. So now, you know the trick. You make space for the container. Make sure it's level. I will backfill with some more topsoil, but you make sure that's all ready to go. And that is the perfect container for this. Now, let's see. It has some of the plastic, so we're going to get that out of there. I don't want that in my thing here. It doesn't look too root bound. It definitely wants some more space, so we will try to free it up a little bit. Some like mulch or something down here. Just let it get a little. Okay. And then look at that. Okay. Very nice. Push it down. Okay. And that, actually, I don't think we need to put anything on there. That looks great. I just have to figure out where to put it. Now, I'm not going to use these handles because these handles tend to give out. So if you don't want to lose your potted plants, if you do choose to grow them in here, I would not rely on these to be UV safe. So let me move this out of the way and get the next one planted. I'm not going to water them until I find their spot because it's already really heavy. And once I drown it with water to get it all situated, I'm probably not going to be able to move it. So I will clear some space over here, I'm thinking of maybe putting one in the middle there as like a big grand blueberry bush, and maybe one where the strawberries used to be, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But yeah, let me do the other ones and I will do a speed run. Alright, so I went down and I got some more stuff. And then I totally realized that I was supposed to put perlite in this. Oops. Oops. Supposed to put perlite. Oops. Oh well, next time. Okay, so this is still the tomato, vegetable, and herb. So the other stuff I put in 2 and like a half, so that might be like 5 or 6/8 of a cup. So this one's supposed to be a cup, so I'm just going to put another 2 scoops in here. Should be breathing this in. Should be fine. Always redress it later. Give them some more food. Oh, everything's falling. Everything's falling. The other way. That's good enough. Cool. So now I have. Did I bring the other containers over? No, of course not. I have one more left. Okay. This is the last of my topsoil containers. So that, I guess, is a great deal because I was able to fill 4 fruit trees. I mean, I had some help because I had some soil around. So I would say I could have probably transplanted like 3 fruit trees. So that's 60 gallons. So that's pretty great. You could do the math of the square footage, or the cubic feet, I don't know. But I think that is a steal for free. And now that I was able to use this, I can go back on Friday and get some more. Oh, I really stepped on this and packed it in there. I would say that is pretty friggin' awesome for the projects I want to handle. And especially with filling up my dirt lockers, I can continue the dirt locker saga. And every week I'll fill up more and more. We'll see how it turns out. That makes me very excited. I think that's deep enough. Nice. Hello, little bee. I think there are all these little blueberry plants from the seeds. I'll show it to you when I show you each of the plants. But you could tell that they're blueberry plants because they're really bright, pinkish, purplish red. They're beautiful little seedlings. May not be super center square, but that's okay. Oh my goodness. Wow. I have to say, I'm pretty proud of myself. This year, my goal is to stop neglecting things. And like I said at the beginning, if I want to buy something, I have to plant it because I don't want to cause, the pretty death in my backyard. But let me show you these beautiful babies. Okay, the first one we have is this Tiff Blue Rabbit Eye Blueberry. This is how it came from the nursery. It's already flowered. There are already some blueberries forming. Not very big, which is fine. I'd much rather it be small and have a better chance of acclimating than be a well-established blueberry plant and die because it can't handle being in a different location. This one is Climax. Also has flowered and has blueberries already. And this leaf was interesting to me, so I decided to take it and check it out. Hopefully it's not a pest, but we'll see. The next one is a woodland blueberry. Woodard blueberry. This one also has flowers and blueberries ready to go. And also another small one. None of these are taller than, I would say, maybe 3 feet total. And the last one that I bought from the store is a Premier. And the same. I had to get these because they were $14.99 and they were already ready to go. And they're beautiful. So now what I plan to do is that over there is another blueberry. I have to see if I have enough soil. I think I do. That was a rescue blueberry. I think I got that for $15. No, how did the story go? I got a whole bunch of stuff that was on clearance, and a lot of the things that were on clearance were not ringing up at the store. So the woman at the register was already aggravated because it was past her time to be relieved. Her shift was over and she was still working, and nobody was there to relieve her. So she was very kind and said, I think that was it marked at 40 or 30? I don't remember. I think it might have been marked at like $30 because it was like originally 60 or something like that. And all the plants that I got, all of them were $30. She just charged me $30 and that was it for everything. And I had lots of other rescues in my cart, and she was like, whatever. So what I will do is, this container was where I had my okra. So I will clean that, and I will move the camera so that it's better so you could see it, and I'll move these over here. I'll clean that up. I'll dig that out. See, I don't know if that's big enough for that other blueberry. I have 2 more of these in the back, so I might go get the other one. That's what I'll do. I'll get the other one. I'll leave it in that spot since it's accustomed to being there, and I will fill this up with that container and put more blueberries there. So I'll have 1 blueberry there, maybe another one there, another one there. If I could fit all 4, that would be cool. But if not, I'll find a place for that 5th one. But we'll see. So I changed the angle a little bit so that you could see what I'm going to be doing. Those are my fire nandina, the green with little red edges. And I basically put that in there because when I trimmed my fire nandina that's in the front of the house now, I had all these extra canes. So I put them all around just to see where they would take root, and these actually took root. So I don't know if I'm going to dig them up and move them someplace else, but I think I'm going to have blueberries all here if I could fit. I've got 5 blueberries. 1 is the orphan, 4 of the new ones. We'll see how many I can fit along here, and I might just put 1 on the other side just so that they're all friendly and happy. We'll see what happens. This could also be used as other space, but it's the space that I have for right now, so I'm doing what I can. I'm probably going to weed a little bit, and I'll probably speed this up, and then I'll show you all of my blueberries. is the mulch. I got these on sale at Michael's or Joann's or whoever before they were going out of business. I've probably had these for a full year. These probably need to be sharpened and de-rusted, but whatever. I am just going to cut like this. Oh, will you cut? No, it's not gonna cut. It's not sharp enough to cut. Oh no. There we go.
Okay, doing a quick voiceover because the microphone battery ran out of juice in the middle of all of this. So I sped it up and I'm basically just showing you how I am mulching using these really cool coconut core plant liners. So this is meant for hanging baskets. You put the dirt in there and it makes for a really great way to get aeration, kind of like a grow bag, but I'm using it for the base of my plants as mulch. Thank you very much for joining me on this adventure. I'm very happy to have my blueberry plants, and I will see you guys all in the next video.